right. There is what's going on. I want to have some fun today and run through some calculations. Because why the hell not? Even though the market looks a little bit green, like I think it could be doing a little bit better. I don't know if it's going to get too much better. I think there's going to be a lot of uncertainties ahead of us. With the rate cut, and I was looking into it because that was a concern of mine about what's going to happen at the FOMC meeting if there's no economic data. And I was looking it up, and apparently it says there's going to be our October 6th, whatever it was, CPI reading is supposed to come out this Friday. Coming out at a delay. So we're gonna see what happens if if things go up or down or one direction, or we'll figure it out. But I don't know. When do you think we'll see a run up with Casper to 50 cents? Q1 2026? Probably not. Who knows with this run up that's supposed to get started and probably going to be at a delay right now. If it gets started in November, and it could get started on October 29th, the day of the rate cut, the FOMC meeting. It could get started, but whenever it's going to get started, and the top is probably not going to be until like December or maybe even January. But I don't know what Casper is going to do this time around. It's probably not going to perform too well. Maybe 50 cents is pushing it, but I do have hopes for Casper in the long term, like a year out. So we're talking about Q4 2026 and so on. But what's going on? Yeah, what's up? So yeah, I wanted to have some fun because I was for the hell of it, let me pull up Crypto Bubbles. Crypto Bubbles. It's like I only like 2 of my last 10 picks are pumping hard right now, and they are right here. So this is D-Agent AI, and Avantis happen to be pumping hard. We're still sitting on at least 5 nice, beautiful gems that we found in the last 10 days or so, that I've gotten tons and tons of centralized exchanges, and I have yet to pump. So when things start flying, yeah, we'll know. Oh, my doggy, hold up. Khaleesi. My daughter has her huskies in here, if you heard him howl. What's going on? What's up, fool? All right. So where was I? So yeah, I mean, so we're expecting some really, really good pumps, and hopefully it comes very soon. I don't know what's going to happen. Very, very uncertain. We don't like uncertainties. Why does this always go back to gold? Do I have some sort of a bookmark like that? Anyways, let's talk about Jerry the Turtle. Jerry. There we go. I want to go through some hypothetical scenarios about Jerry the Turtle. For those of you who don't know who or what Jerry the Turtle is, it is an awesome Matt Fury meme coin. It is destined to at least become the #2 Matt Fury meme coin and take out Brett. So, and I think it will. I think it has a good shot, and it doesn't seem to be another contender. I mean, you might make an argument about MindFact or something like that, but I mean, yeah. I think no other Matt Fury character can come close to Pepe except JYAI. It's funny, they respond. I have this tweet from last week where I posted my live stream about my martinis and Caspa video, and they replied to me with this. Pretty damn cool, this video. I was like, yeah, I hearted it, but X seems to think this is probably spam. I don't know why. I think it's pretty cool. And I don't know how to unspam it. I have no idea. But this is probably not spam because I like it. So I guess associating Jerry the Turtle with Casper? I don't know. Or whatever it was. So awesome content, amazing content, good dedication, good team, good everything all around, good marketing, tons of centralized exchanges. And that's why we say Jerry. As you can see, it's one of my favorite meme coins. I have some favorites. I have Toshi is one of my favorites. Broke is another one. Ultra low micro cap. Broke. And Uranus. I love Uranus. And I don't know, a couple others on my top list, but those are the first ones that come to mind. Housecoin is another one too. Don't sleep on Housecoin. I love their content too. Totally awesome. So how to get Jerry the Turtle to buy me 4 Lambos. I was trying to look up a few Lambos. Apparently, I'm out of touch with the supercar world. The Lamborghini Aventador was discontinued just last year. But anyways, it has a price tag, you know, of this right here. Let's say if we round it up to 600,000, okay, even 6, then we have this 2025 Lamborghini Revuelto. I see this word and I only know how to say it in Spanish, but I don't know how this is obviously like Italian. So in Spanish, this means scrambled. So I'm assuming that means something similar, if not the same, in Italian, right? But revuelto. I don't know how you would say this if you are not Latin, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say it. But anyways, this particular Lamborghini, let's say, rounded, let's say, and even round to 600,000. So, what's going on with this dog? Is that 1 second? So what else are we talking about? Negative Man, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? Do you like Jerry the Turtle as well? Jerry. Then we have, so that's the second Lamborghini. The other one is a Huracan. And it's another interesting one. I actually like it. It doesn't necessarily look like a Lambo. It looks more like a side-by-side or some sort of ATV or something. They have it all going through the mud and whatnot. I was looking at something. Look at that. Yeah. Doesn't look like a Lambo. It doesn't necessarily look like when you first look at it, but I'm sure once the girls see that symbol, they will start acting really cute with you. Because they're like, ooh, that's a Lambo. But yeah, the Lamborghini Huracan, let's say it's 400,000. So we got 6, and we got 4. So that is 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 4 is 16. So 16, right? So 1.6 million, right? We had to think about all the insurance, all right? If we're going to buy 4 of these things, you got a lot of high insurance on these cars. Crazy, right? Then finally, I really like this one, this Lambo, the Urus. It's really interesting. I don't know. I like it. It's not your typical style. It's like, you know, an SUV type style, right? And it's a hybrid as well, but yeah. It looks, you know, relatively like a normal car too. I think it's pretty cool. So we have got, so what did I say? 16. So let's say 300,000. So we got 19. So let's say we're going to spend $1.9 million, and we need 1.9 million of Jerry the Turtle. How much do we need to, how are we going to get $1.9 million worth of Jerry the Turtle? Let's try to figure that out. How much Jerry the Turtle to get a Lamborghini if Jerry reaches a certain price point? Yes, I'm going to get into all that. Working tomorrow much. What does that mean? Working tomorrow much. Oh, you're working too much. Oh, that's why I haven't seen you. You're saying you're working too much. Okay. Buying too many dips. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of dips. You gotta rotate in and out and stuff like that. Yeah. We just did, I didn't even realize from our bottom point of disco, Math Theory's disco. I didn't even realize. I did, and I was like in a live stream yesterday. I was like, oh wow. And after the live stream, I made a post in the community saying that I didn't even realize we did that many multipliers. If you just measure from lowest entry point from when we're stacking it down here, right, up to like up to the top, and we mean we did like a 37x. I was like, holy crap! I mean, I sold half my bag right about here. So I still have half of it, and you know, and in the hopes that it's going to boom. But yeah, I didn't even realize that sometimes we got these, we get so many good plays. I'm looking forward for like nonstop green candles. Like I said, like we got like in recent times, like 10 plays out there that are like flat right now, or they're down 20%, or maybe they're up like 2%, right? There's like 5, you know, of the most recent 10, only like, I don't know if Advantis is their most recent 10. Advantis is like early September, right? So that pumped. We had a nice run with de-aging AI, and that's pumping right now too. But there's 5 that are like really, really nice gems. Anybody new to the group, just post in the general chat asking about them if you're curious about them, or if not, just look at the buy list channel. But I'm expecting those to really pump really, really hard. I mean, like we did that 550x on MYX, and I'm expecting to at least with one of those 5 to get like over 100x. But we'll see. Let's see. Do you think that Jerry can hit a 5 to 10 billion market cap if we get a super cycle? Oh, I don't know. Let's talk about that. That's what I'm talking about in this live stream. Yeah. Yeah, I see too much. What's going on, Chris? What's going on? Corvette faster than a Lambo? Oh no. I don't know which is faster. I don't like a Tesla's pretty goddamn fast. I've had a Model X, but yeah, yeah. There's Tesla is a beast, and especially that 0 to 60. Just pedal to the metal, and it's like. So let's go forward. So let's do some hypotheticals here. Let's say that, so these, I recently put this in here. So we're going to group them together. So anything from the 2024 year and from the previous run up, the Trump pump last year. So these are the multipliers. And I'm going to have another section here for 2025, anything found this year and so on. Hold up. Oh man, yeah, daughter duty over here. She won't. Her husky obviously wants to go out, and she won't let them out. Oh, what's going on? What's goody? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm dealing with an 11-year-old girl over here. Who kind of refuses to do things sometimes. So you know how it is if you have any kids. um, but yeah. Have you guys seen one of my? I think you've seen Dolly the Husky. If you've seen some of my videos in the past, Dolly the Husky. Maybe I'll show those videos one time. Beautiful husky. So we got 2 of them. So what were we talking about? So hypotheticals. Let's suppose that all this is from this year, right? And this is Hoppy, and yeah. So let's say you get in, you put $100 down on Hoppy. Now let's just bring this forward to this year. Let's see how we're gonna make Jerry the Turtle buy some Lambos for us. So now I originally got into Hoppy at like a 1.5 or something, some odd market cap, right? That's where we get this 128x from. So 1 second. So, right. So let's say you come into my community in May, and let's say this is all this year, right? We're not talking about last year. You come into my community in May. You put $100 down on Hoppy, right? And it runs up in July. Hold up. So let's say it goes up here to like 75. Let's say it goes to 70. And let's say you put $100 on Hoppy at a 2 million market cap. Right, hold on, let me pull up a calculator. Pull up a calculator. Let's see how this works out. So obviously, well, we know the math. This is 35, right? But so let's just say you did a 35x. Let's say you didn't catch the top. Let's just say, oh no, you didn't catch. So yeah. So the top of this particular run was 75. Let's say you sold it right before the top, yeah, you sold it at like at 70 million. So you got a 35x. And so you got 35. All right, you got 3,500 that you just pocketed. And you're looking around, you want to make some nice plays, right? And you check out this really cool bot in my Discord community, this channel where a bot sends a report once a day. It's called the Insider Alert. And you're checking it, you're scoping for really awesome plays. And then you find something called Nero. Right? You're like, wow. I'm like, what's that? There's this new token called Nero. Let's see how we get to buy a few Lambos. All right, keep in mind this is a hypothetical, and this is like it happened this year. So, they don't have the market cap here. So, let's say you come in, you buy it. You just made 3,500 on Jerry the Turtle in July, and you find Nero in in August, and you buy it. So 837 million market cap. What was it here? It did most of it at this point, right? So 1.3 billion. What are we going to give it? Let's just say you do a 40x, right? But you take half, roughly half. So you take half of that 3,500 and you put it onto Nero, right? And then you do a 40x on it. and you sell it in October and you get 70,000. I'm like, okay, cool. Right? Now you still have the other $1,750, right? That you're also going to put down before Nero even starts pumping. You find something called Mudang. You're like, what the hell is this? I'm like, okay, let's trust the insider alert. Love that zombie hoodie guy. I almost bought that. Zombie hoodie guy? What are you talking about? Disco? Have you checked out Wolfie's blog? Yes, you told me about that. I think it was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I looked into that. I thought it was awesome. I remember I was looking into it, and it had a really nice Linktree page. I remember that. I was like, damn, that's cool. So if Jerry goes to 1 billion, that's a 200x. Jerry will rip hard. Jerry goes to 1 billion, it's a 200x. Yes, right. Exactly. Jerry will rip hard with rate cuts. I hope so. Fingers crossed. So you find Mudang, right? So you see Mudang, we did a 48x in total, Mudang. But it had a nice pump in September. So you have that 3,500 that you just made in July. And in August, you put half of it on, which one did we say? Nero. And then September, you put the other half of it on. And let's say you do, I don't know what the multipliers are. I guess it'll be too much math to figure this out right now. So you got 260 to, so we got up here, the market cap is 600. So that's 1/3. So 1/3 of 48. So let's say, I don't know, let's say you did a 12x. Right? So we got 1,750 and you do a 12x. And when was the date? This happened in September, right? So the beginning of September, you find Mudang. And you 12x it. So you got 21,000 plus 71,000. So 92, right? You guys are talking about Casper. I'm talking about Jerry, man. Dude, you guys are talking about Casper. I know I love Casper too, but I'm telling you. Here we go. Look. Here, I'll show you. There we go. Jerry, that's what we're talking about. We want to make we want to get a lot of Lambos with Jerry. That's what we want to do. So we got 92,000. What are we going to do? Then I guess the other scenarios would be, you know, like if this were to be this year, Peanut, that means Peanut comes out and Peanut would have been like almost like a year ago, like right now. It was just like the end of October, right? Early November, like extremely into like in the very, very beginning of November when I probably played. It was just before election day, I think. And I always said I thought I did as 52x, but the system here says it's a 58x. Well, whatever. So you have, this is hypothetical now. You have $92,000 that you've made. And let's say you just want to take, I don't know, half of it and then pay off some bill or something, right? And you put $46,000 in Jerry the Turtle. Now, if you have now, if Jerry the Turtle, what did you say, 2 billion? Yeah, I don't know. Let's say Jerry the Turtle. Well, I think it's easy, right? If I was going to say 600 million, I think right now Jerry the Turtle is 6 million. 6 million right now, right? Let's go to JYAI. JYAI. Jerry. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, it's currently 5.6 million. So if it goes to what did I say? What do we have? Hold on. I've lost. So 92. Right? And then we said, okay, we're going to take half. Okay, we got 46. And if we can do 100x on it, we've easily got those Lambos if it does 100x. And that 600 million is rather conservative. Now, I've been looking at like this. I've been looking at it like this. If you keep rotating in and out, like for example, I just did, I just put another 300 on Jerry the Turtle today, which was taken from my disco profits, right? So I guess the basic concept that I want to stress here is not only that we can get a bunch of Lambos, but you really got to not only rotate your bag, but you also got to not cheat as well, not sell too early, right? Because that's like the situation. I only sold half, and I think somebody in my community said today that they did sell half, and then they sold half, or the other half later, right? I notice a lot of people doing that. A lot of people tell me that they don't know how to take profits, and they either don't because they get scared that they're going to sell too soon and they end up not selling and just getting wrecked, or they actually do sell too soon and then they don't reach the full potential, right? So the idea is like, if you just take out your initials and the rest is just a free play, you know, it's a free pass, and whatever you make, you make. Now, even when that's the case, you got to know when to actually cash out and when to actually rotate. So like everything, like all my plays that I'm making right now these days, I'm really, it's just based on the reserves that built up from my 550x with MIX. So it's like and you see me playing $50 here and there on a lot of these tokens, and maybe I put another 50 down the next week when it goes down lower, and so on. But I think in the long run, now that we've honed in so much with the accuracy with these bots to find all these good tokens, that whenever there's like a green week, like we go flipping insane, like the amount of all-time high alerts, and we're just cashing out. So I don't know if there's any other community like out there that's set up like mine that can do that, right? Because I'm saying, we're looking at like at least five really beautiful gems right now that we got recently. They've got tons and tons of centralized exchanges, and they're getting more, and we're alerted when they get more because we have the tech to know when another token gets a new centralized exchange. You don't have to randomly go to CoinMarketCap and guess if they got another one and trying to figure out which one it was. Like, we know exactly what they get, right? So it's not like speaking of that, yeah, we're talking about Jerry the Turtle here. Let me take away this calculator, and I'm gonna search for Jerry the Turtle in my Discord and show any of you guys who are not part of the community. What I'm talking about. Hold up. Yeah, I gotta switch this over. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So this is my Discord for anybody who doesn't know. So we know exactly when and what Jerry the Turtle was listed on, right? We've got, you know, all these. We know this was a date it got listed. We got, so it's yeah. I mean, so we really track everything. So, and we know that some of my gems. See, we're tracking all the exchanges and everything. So not only we don't have coin specific exchange alerts, we also have the actual exchange alerts, and it's actually nicely organized and things like that. So, and we always know, we know everything. And that's why we're going to be one of the most successful groups ever. But yeah, I mean, that's what's pretty cool about this, that you can sort of predict things, and you have like a whole lot of plays that you can rotate out of. Get in, get out, keep rotating, right? You have other communities out there that they only have like one good play a month or so on, right? And yeah, smash that like button. Yeah, thanks for saying that. Yeah, but you have other communities out there, they only have like one good play a month, and sometimes they're good plays too. And yeah, but with my community, like we actually set up, we build software just for that in mind, so that we scan thousands of tokens a day, and everything about them, everything imaginable about them, even their activity and what they're doing, even the types of posts that they post on X and so on. If they're posting images or you know, just text tweets or polls or anything, right? So we know what they're doing. We know who's posting it. We know, you know, we would know about wallet holders or everything. And we have the software that pulls out all the best coins. And man, I was really craving for a whole bunch of green weeks right now, but I think the market makers had other plans, right? But I did yesterday, unfortunately. I said yesterday that I would keep my prices low for another week and not raise them today if I got 100 likes on my video. But it only got like 60 and went flat. So I was like, you know, does it say the likes here? No, right? So you have to go click on it. Yeah.
Hello, trader.
It got 63. So I don't know what to do. So I did raise the price of the 3-month. Oh, I got to refresh it, I think. It was 89 and now it is 199. So you still get a discount. It's a 16% off the monthly. I still have you if you still want to get in at the yearly, it's a significant discount, and it's going to raise 65% off, obviously. And then the one-time purchase is very low too. So yeah, I'm going to raise these. Yeah, it's like I'm saying, I'm going to bring the community up to par with all the other communities out there that charge like $200 a month and only provide you with one really good play per month or so on. And it's like somebody said in my community, it's like a full-time job to try to work with all my coins. But I said, we're going to be doing that full-time job from a yacht like this. So this is my ultimate goal of my channel and my community, to be chilling with you guys in something that looks absolutely amazing like this. A beautiful super yacht. Yeah, what's going on, Brian? Yeah. Haven't seen you here on my live streams in a while. Is it that you get on late? Is that what it is? This is I guess this is a rather late stream that I'm doing right now at 8:21 my time. But yeah. Yeah, I do it at all times. I was trying to do my live streams early, like 9 a.m. recently, but I think I don't, it doesn't result in the amount of people. And it's weird. I don't know why. Like YouTube has this thing where like I can get 100, let's say I get 100 views during a live stream, and then over the next 24 hours, like it could, the amount of views that of people that view the live stream afterwards might increase to like 2,000 or something over the next 24 hours. But that doesn't happen. You know, it doesn't really happen with them when I do live streams in the morning for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, been a hot minute. Yeah, since you've been here. Yeah. What's going on? Looking forward to the yacht party. Yeah. Yeah, you know those things. Yeah. And you guys who want to get in on some of that action, yeah, you got to join the community. Because if you think about it, if you put $100 down on MYX back in May, you would have turned that into 50,000 or 55,000 to be exact. We saw it exactly at the top. But you would have turned it to $50,000 in September. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, that's what happens in my group. Plus, I got swing trading software. I was swing trading that other one, tutorial on BNB, like crazy, right? And it did a 94x. But then because I kept selling high, buying back in low, and selling high and buying back in low, I increased the overall size of my tokens in my bag. So it was more than a 94x. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, it's Jerry the Turtle is like, oh my God, it's totally undervalued. Jerry the Turtle. And so is Broke. Broke is another one. I'm hopefully going to be pushing that hard. Make some really awesome videos. Some awesome hyper-edit videos. Totally. But yeah, I think that Jerry the Turtle can totally become the second Matt Fury meme coin. It can beat out Brett easily. I really think so. So anybody who's not into it, you should probably consider it. The team is awesome. The dedication, the everything about it, the marketing, the centralized exchanges. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's really. Yeah, I don't know. They probably have some overlap with other teams too. I don't really know the backstory behind this, but if I look at all these projects, I'm like, the one that stands out is Jerry. I mean, over Pepe. I mean, Pepe is just Pepe. Right? It's a known meme. It's popular just because it is. You know, it's always been a popular meme in general, not just a meme coin. So, but when it comes to meme coins, Jerry the Turtle is the one that stands out to me. I don't put Pepe's power to stay at the top. I don't rank it too high. Let's check out the categories. You never catch the perfect time for everyone. The main thing is you can watch it later or when it's more convenient to each of us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is about whenever I do a live stream in the morning. It's just not as much activity and so on when I do it in the morning. I was like, I don't know if I do 2 live streams in the morning, I would say that I would do more the newsy content and talk about news and show the Twitter feeds from some of the news sites. But JYAI is good, but broke is where it at. Where it's at, exactly. Yeah, broke is where it's at. Yeah. If you saw my video that I did back in August about broke, like my whole desire and intention for broke is for broke to beat out Brett. As right, Satoshi just beat Brett. So now we have the number one meme coin on base is Toshi. So that's pretty good. But there's this whole thing about Brett is supposed to be like, it's supposed to be a frog. There's just nobody knows what it is because it's drawn really weird and they put ears on him or something like that. So if broke is really, really a frog, then it's like my goal to see broke as the number one frog on base. That's what I want. And it's also like the desire of me to see Jerry the Turtle, the number two Matt Fury character, regardless of the chain, right? Because Pepe's on ETH. So, yeah. Where are we right now? So, this list looks different from when I last saw it. But Toshi did indeed move up. And I think Toshi's going to keep on moving up. And what I think is going to happen here, I think that Pengu is definitely going to beat Meme Core. And I think Pengu could potentially beat Pepe. I think that Pengu is extremely strong. They have a lot more going to it. The investors, the backing, and everything behind it. I think that Pengu is very, very, very strong. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Pengu overtakes Pepe. But in terms of really good memes and the content and all this other stuff, I mean, Jerry the Turtle deserves to be up here. I believe that Jerry the Turtle totally deserves to be up here. Yeah, at least coming into close to Toshi. But if Jerry the Turtle gets to like a 600 million market cap and during a run up, Toshi is probably going to be into the billions. So we'll see how this chart changes. So when I scroll this list, it seems like the browser is freezing. Let me close out this tab. Somebody to say Toshi? Yeah, I got a ton of Toshi already. Yeah, I don't have as much Jerry the Turtle. I'm still stacking here and there, and that's my goal to just rotate out, take profits, and rotate into some of these ones that I have really high conviction on. And I think I've already done that with Toshi. Like I was just buying Toshi like a whole, here and there quite a bit last year. And then when I found out it was getting put on Coinbase, I just dropped $2,000 on it. So yeah, my Toshi bag is significant. I don't know if it's worth it. What's did I just yeah, let me just open new tab, coin market cap. What is Brett's chart looking like? I think that, and I like the wild fluctuations. I like it when it's, I wish we had like a green week and then a red week and then a green week and then a red week. It would be nice to get some green and have Brett pump a little bit more. Which last 7 days is down. I mean, it would be nice to see Brett pump and I would sell some more of my Brett and then watch everything else go down as the market turns red and put more into something else. Probably like Toshi or something, but we'll see. Yeah, everything is like, I don't know. Yeah, things are slightly green. Things are just green today just because it was so red like yesterday or something, but because you look at the week and you're still in a grim week, right? It doesn't. You can say, okay, it's a green day, but it doesn't really feel like a green day. It doesn't. It still feels grim. Maybe we have another green day tomorrow. It'll start to change, but we'll see. Yeah. All right, that's it, guys. Like I said, if you want to get in on that action, then click that link in the description below. You still get a really good discount if you buy the yearly or the lifetime. And my reward is still open. $1,000, an easy $1,000 to anybody who can point out a community that has all the tech that I have, that I give to my community members for free. All that tech, the swing trading software, the advanced bots to find coins at a very low market cap so you can do 500x's. The amount of plays that you get, sometimes multiple plays in a week that do that 20, 30, 50, 100x, 100x pump just because we get in at such a low market cap, like with Disco, right? And I rotated some of my profits out into Jerry the Turtle. So I can buy 4 Lambos. And yeah, $1,000 to anybody who can pretty much show me a community that has what I have. And if you can't find that community, or if you're in another community, you have to ask yourself, did you get all these multipliers that are like just in the last couple of months that my community has gotten? Just in the last like 2 months. Did you do a 550x on MYX? Did you do a 10x on Avantis? Now I know there's another community out there that did a 10x on Avantis. But that was just one play. Did they also do a 94x on Tutorial? Did they do a 37x on Disco? Did they do a what was it? Like a, I don't even know what we got. So it was like I know we got a 14x, but it started pumping again, right? What are the crypto bubbles? Yeah, this is where is this? So go back to the daily. Let's bring this. This right here. This thing pumped like hell. We got into this super low market cap. I forgot what it was. It's yeah, it was like a 5 million market cap or one. I don't know what it was, but whatever the multipliers was, yeah. Which this is my point is that we get in like on these crazy. For anybody who's joined my group in October, I mean, like September we were freaking flying in September. It was like unreal. Then things just slowed down. Things slowed down. When was it? It slowed down. I guess it slowed down like a week before the flash crash. The flash crash was on the 10th. And a week before, yeah. So it was essentially as soon as October started, like the first 3 to 4 days of October seemed bullish, and everybody was like, October is here. And then a week later, it's like Rectober. But we're still flying, guys. Get in if you want to get in on all those pumps. And let's see. Top BTC top might be in, man. I don't know. We might be just looking for a double. No. Top might. Yeah, I don't. No. This is gonna be pumping. There's no way. I think you'd have a better job convincing me that we're going to enter into a bear market right now for like 9 months, and then we're going to pump like hell in like Q3 or Q4 of next year, and the crypto top is going to be next year. I think you can probably convince me of that more than convincing me that the top just happened and we're going to start a 3-year bear market. And there's no way. The conditions just don't exist that would cause that. I mean, like everything that caused every single cycle top in the past has not happened yet this cycle. It's just only starting to happen right now. and it's going to be bigger, right? We have lower interest rates than last year during the Trump pump. We didn't have the ETFs during the Trump pump last year. As soon as the government shutdown ends, we're going to get them. And we've had liquidity flowing through all the central banks around the world. They've been pumping their money supplies, except in the US, right? So that takes about a year delay. We've had that for about this entire year. So that takes about a year to affect the crypto market. And now we're about to end QT in the US and start QE. And we're going to continuously get more and more rate cuts. And then in May, Jerome Powell gets replaced with somebody who's going to give us even more rate cuts. So yeah, there's no way. I don't see it any other way. I can't imagine this cycle top being before 2027. And the 4-year cycle zombies are saying that the top is already in. It was 2 weeks ago. I don't know, man. I don't think so. Yes, thank you, Brian. The best Discord in crypto. Yeah, you see, you guys? Mike has made us a lot of money. Yeah, click that link in the description below. Man, I'm telling you. While those prices are still like that. Because I'm going to be competing with Crypto Archie's prices. Yeah, I'm still holding it, but it's looking funny out here. Yeah, I know. That's what it is. Like, I'm really concerned about this government shutdown. Like, I was preparing for a whole bunch of ETFs for XRP on the 23rd, which is like 3 days from now. Like, I was prepared for that. Now all that's not going to happen. Then we got all these other ETFs that are going to be coming in the beginning of November. Now all that's not going to happen. So we've got some bad news this week and maybe this month that we're being hit with. So it doesn't mean that we're not going to pump in December, right? So we'll see what happens. Now we're going to get that delayed CPI report on Friday that was supposed to come out like weeks ago on like Monday the 6th, right? We're going to get it on 24th. And the Fed is going to be looking at that in the FOMC meeting, and they're going to make a judgment on the interest rate cut. Now, things could go fly upward or crash downward based on that report on Friday, on that CPI report. We don't know, right? Because if inflation comes in hot, then that might imply that we're not going to get an interest rate cut if inflation is going wild. So we don't know what's going to happen, but it probably won't. And I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. And it could be one of those things where these market makers are just going to screw around. They're going to make people think that the market is going to go up, and people are going to open up all these long positions and they're going to liquidate everybody again. Or it could be the opposite. They're going to make people think that the market is going to go down and they're going to open up short positions, and then they're going to push everything and it's going to fly upward and liquidate all the short sellers. It's like it might be one of those things. We just have to let things play out with the market makers and see what happens. But in the outlook from like here to like 2 months out, it would be difficult to imagine that we're not flying in some regard. So, and if we start pumping, we're going to deal with the 4-year cycle zombies, right? I'm a 4-year cycle guy. Yeah, I was to say, but I see one more run up in November. Yeah, the 4-year cycle zombies, as I say. Yeah, so it's going to be like, it's like everybody's going to be ready to dump their bag because they believe in the 4-year cycle, and they're going to create resistance. So things are not going to, those green candles are not going to go too high because all these 4-year cycle zombies are just going to be dumping so they can get out before the market goes back down and we go into this 3-year long bear market, right? So they're going to create a whole bunch of suppression on the market as things are trying to pump. I would imagine that's going to be like that. But in the long run, Yeah, you got me going. Like maybe in one of my videos, I'll start opening up the charts and stuff like that, and just describe things. But I think we're gonna be good. We might be dealing with some pain the next few weeks, like some ups and downs the next couple of weeks. But we'll see. We just need that government shutdown to end to be really safe. I'd feel a lot better if we had that government shutdown ending. But we'll see. What's going on? Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys later.